It's February 15th. Stores got posters, specifically the going out of business posters. So it's real. There's been a lot of articles that's been released within the past couple weeks, a lot of news reports, and the company kept shutting everything down, like, oh, like, don't believe it, like, we're fine, this and that. And now it's out in the open that we're actually closing. Financially, I'm just worried for myself. I'm also worried for everyone else. My mom is also employed with PAYLESS. She's the manager of another store. Good thing that she's starting her eyelash business, because, you know, she also had a feeling and she was planning to break it off with the company anyways. So she should be fine. I had a feeling we were closing already because I found this pretty bizarre. They shut down the website for a couple days. We have not been able to place any special orders, which is shoes that you order in store. You pick them up if they're not available. We were not allowed to place special orders since February 1st. And we've been getting these huge shipments. It's insane. So I'm like, we're getting huge shipments in February. If we were not allowed to place any orders, and we're not allowed to give out gift cards since February 1st too, and we're getting these huge shipments, they're getting rid of all their warehouses, and they've been doing this since like January. The thing what bothers me the most is that they were denying every article, and they were saying that they're going to be fine, they're just going to file for bankruptcy. And all of our bosses were telling us everything was going to be fine as well. But like, all the evidence is there, like all these like bizarre things were happening. I figured we were actually closing. My boss figured we were actually closing. My mom saw the sign. She's like, no, this company is going down. But they were just not admitting it, and that's what bothers me the most. It's like, you need to make sure your employees are aware that you're actually closing ahead of time, not the same month, and that we only have like basically a couple weeks of a job. And it's messed up the way everything's being done. So in my district, they announced an emergency conference call, and I didn't record it just because, you know, didn't have people's permission, and, you know, it was kind of like a private moment for all the managers. So this conference call was just the store managers in my district. I'm an assistant manager for one. I wasn't included, but like I said, since my mom is a manager, she had it on speaker because I was really curious as to what was going to be said. They officially announced we are closing, and all the managers got pretty emotional. Not all the managers, but majority of them got really emotional. I got emotional. My group leader, which is like a district manager in a way, emotional. She was basically telling all the managers that she was super supportive with them and whatever comes their way. We don't know if we're gonna be, if the managers are gonna be still around, because we might have liquidators or liquidating companies that's gonna take over. We are gonna get official word from the company starting next week to see if the managers are gonna get severance packages or how the liquidation process is gonna go. Just gonna vlog about the whole experience of, I guess, a closing store. And there's a lot of things that I haven't said about this whole process and how we found out, and how I think it's really unfair about us, like as employees, that we were never told anything up until today. The only reason why we found out that we were officially closing today is because there was one store that received some marketing elements, which is posters, that did say store closing, going out of business. All of these papers and all of our information about how to reach goals and sales are gonna just be tossed away. And I guess we're just gonna be cashiers from now instead of, I don't know. I don't know what to think. It is the next day after they announced that we were closing. And it feels so weird just to come into a store knowing that this is gonna all come to an end. But very soon I'm gonna look into to see if there's any updates on our messaging system that we have in our computers. So we'll see if we got any word from the company, because apparently they're gonna send like a message today, or maybe not even till Monday. But I'm kind of nervous. I have to see this. I'm not gonna believe it till I see this. This is the package I was talking about. People, my peers from all over California that I know of, received this big package that's full of marketing elements. And when people got these, a lot of people didn't know we were going out of business. No one had any idea. Imagine you're at work, you get this package from the FedEx or UPS guy. You open it up. To get store closing signs. Keep in mind, whenever people or articles or even news reporters talked about PAYLESS going out of business, PAYLESS told us to disregard it, and that they told us that they're doing everything they can. But before there were even reporters or articles, I already had a feeling, because like I said, we got this massive amounts of shipments. We couldn't place any orders. Our online website, it was down. Everything was just not normal. And if you didn't dig into the internet and find these articles, you had no idea that this was going to happen. That's why it was more of a shockwave to a lot of our employees, a lot of our managers. A lot of our districts were not talking about the possibility of the stores closing altogether. And it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. I'm sorry for my language, but it's really messed up how they did things. And I told us that everything was going to be okay. And there was I'm going to cry. There were people, employees that got these, and they didn't know that we were going out of business. Oh my God, I told myself I wasn't going to get emotional because I know I'm going to be okay. But I literally couldn't sleep last night. I only got 1 hour of sleep. 1 hour, and that's pushing it. Because I was just thinking about everyone that may not be in the same position that I'm in. I still live with my parents. I know they have my back if anything else happens. And there's providers, there's people that have children, like there's all these different things. And PAYLESS just didn't give us a heads up. I'm currently opening my store. So once I go through this process, I'm gonna look and see if there's any messages. I just realized that this quality is gonna be really bad, but you know what's okay. Oh, and then my mom did finish doing my eyelashes yesterday, so it's cool. Alright, so there's 2 announcements here. This one was sent from my my district manager. We call her group leader. It says, hello team, I just wanted to send you all a quick note to tell you once again how appreciative I am for each and every single one of you. We're going through a rough patch now, but trust and believe me when I say everything is going to be alright. I will cherish you forever, stay positive, and know that this is only the beginning of amazing things to come. Trust and believe. Also, everyone please support these stores. So and so is on vacation. Thank you. This is from the district. I mean, not the district, the company, corporate. All right, let's see what this says. Sunday morning, February 17th, 2019, we are launching liquidation sales in our U.S. stores, during in which we are planning to liquidate all of U.S. store inventory. We expect the sales for most stores to continue through May. When the liquidation sales have concluded, we will be closing our U.S. stores. We also wound down our PAYLESS.com e-commerce operations at the end of the day on February 15, 2019. As you know, these challenging times for many retailers, and we have been working extremely hard with our vendors and suppliers in recent weeks to continue serving our customers. This was a very difficult decision for us, and one which we did our best to avoid. You are all very important to PAYLESS and instrumental in this process, and such we expect to share more details regarding our incentive plan and eligibility next week. All PAYLESS associates will be compensated for their shifts in a timely manner. How much longer will our store employees have jobs? This is probably going to go through May, which I highly doubt, especially our high volume store. And we don't have that much inventory, so I really give this by the most middle of March. Our product will continue to be available on Amazon for the time being. Of course. Will employees continue to receive paychecks? Normal schedule? Yes. We do not expect payroll interruptions. When will employees receive their next paychecks? We do not expect any payroll interruptions, so same thing. So everything is still going to be good as in benefits and paycheck wise. And they're going to share with us their incentive plan and eligibility next week for employees, which I highly doubt like our regular part-timers are going to get anything. I think it's only going to be geared towards store managers. I don't think it's going to be anything towards assistant managers either. So it's basically going to be more towards the people that have been here for like maybe 10 plus years. I already know that. I think it's time for me to actually open the store. Yes, it is. Okay, well, I'll keep you guys updated. I'm gonna finally see the posters up. And I also need to finish putting up some posters. And I don't want to see the posters up. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So I just partially finished the hundreds of posters we had to put up, and literally it's 10:51. We open at 11 a.m. on a Sunday, and there's people waiting outside. I'm like, it's only 20% off. Like, why is there a line outside my door? So I could tell just by the moms that are waiting outside already, just at least a good 10 people waiting outside. Today is gonna be a day. Today is the first day of the liquidation process, which is the big sale, but it's only 20% off, like I said. And today we have the liquidator coming in, kind of checking out the store. They're actually gonna start taking charge instead of PAYLESS. So that's that. And I'm kind of worried, what if we get like a mean person taking charge of this store? We're not used to that. Yeah, I don't know. Putting up those posters just wasn't a good feeling at all. And I'm already getting phone calls, but I am not answering just yet. I'm not answering. I am so sorry. We have an announcement. Okay, so we have barcodes for today, just to give out those discounts. And I have to start literally actually opening the store, like right now. Had to come to the background to just wind down a little bit because It's a freaking madhouse out there. As soon as we opened the gates, there was like a flood of people, and literally like less than 1 hour we made over $2,000, and it's barely 12. We just open for 1 hour, and it's a lot. It's a lot. I keep joking around with my coworkers, telling them that they're fired, but we're all fired. It is now Monday, February 18th, and we just got a ton of shipment. I think this might be our last shipment. It was around 60 cases. It's not really that much. And then I just found out that the last day that we're open, so the day that we're closed, should be around May, but it's going to be way shorter than that. It all depends on when you're all out of product. Basically, we got a message from our district manager. My store out of the entire district made the most sales, which is like over $11,000, which is way more than what we did Black Friday. It's been a while since I last vlogged because I'm really sick and it's been super busy, but ooh, I'm gonna catch you guys up in just a second. Okay, so the last time I vlogged was like around a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, and well, they announced our packages, which is really messed up. So it's not really a package. The bankruptcy does protect PAYLESS from giving out any severance packages for their employees, and also for paying us out with our hours, which is like our PTO, like all of our personal, sick, and vacation hours. So that's not going to happen. So that being said, we're all using it right now as much as we can. On top of that, no one's getting a package. The only people that are getting something are assistant managers and managers, and it's only a bonus. Only, and let me emphasize this, only if you double the sales from last year. So, it's not really a package, it's a bonus for doubling our sales, which we haven't had a problem with at my store because, like I said, high volume, a lot of people. And oh my god, our sales have been insane. We're basically doing Black Friday sales every weekend. It's exhausting. And on top of that, we've been getting huge amounts of shipment. It's yesterday we got 134 cases. And we're getting more cases tomorrow, which we still haven't like finished opening up a good portion of it. Tomorrow we're getting 90 cases, I believe. But yeah, it's been really stressful. I'm really frustrated. Don't even get me started on all of the customers I've encountered these past couple days. Don't get me wrong, I love doing customer service and all this great stuff. That's why I'm in this field. But when your store is closing, you're getting a bunch of rude people, and you're not allowed to accept any more returns or exchanges whatsoever, and everything's final sale, and it's been a mess. A lot of people with attitude, a lot of yelling, it's been really stressful. So I guess customers are having a hard time adjusting to the new policy that the liquidation company gave us, and we're just following orders. It's not our fault, you guys. But yeah, it's like I'm literally laughing because how stressed out I am right now. It is messed up. It's like our store is being trashed daily. We have huge amounts of shipment. There's so much to do every day. We don't get that much payroll either. We don't get any incentives or anything like that. The only thing we get, which is only for assistant managers and managers, it's not fair to the part-timers and the full-timers, we only get a bonus if we double our sales, and that's really messed up. And then these customers, I swear to God, I encountered one yesterday specifically, and I'm trying to let it go, but it's just, when like so many things pile up, and then you get like an interaction that's not really that great, it just kind of makes you like go. Even though I didn't explode on the customer, I
composed myself, but internally, like I felt my blood just kind of rush to my face, and I know I was beet red. I just, I can't. I can't. And on top of that, I keep getting dumb questions like, oh my God, are you guys closing? There's posters everywhere, all over the store. Posters everywhere. And you're asking me if we're closing. I just keep pointing at my poster. I'm just like, yes, we are. And a lot of, like, I know people are trying to be nice, but the whole pity thing where it's like, what's gonna happen to you guys afterwards? It's just like, if I'm getting that question like 20 times a day, obviously I'm gonna get annoyed. Like, I'm sorry. I just look at them like, well, what happens with every other company that goes out of business? We're all gonna be out of the jobs. But I think that's also a dumb question. I mean, come on. Like, you really think a company that big that has thousands of employees are gonna relocate their employees onto another company? Just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just ranting at this point. It's just a lot. And then, like I said, I was super sick this past like week and a half. I still can't hear from this ear. I was like working with like fever, and I couldn't eat for a while. So on top of all that stress, I was just sick, like completely can't get out of bed sick. It was really bad. So it's been a while since I updated you guys about this whole PAYLESS situation. So I'm gonna make a long story short. I found another job, so I started working there. So I'm only working here part time, still with my assistant manager, position, but just working like only like 8 hours a week. It is now the ending of April. A lot of stuff has changed. A lot of we've still been getting shipments, and now they're telling us our mall is actually around June, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of stores already closed, but now it's just like the big volume stores, aka the malls that are still staying open, because we are still getting shipments, like I said. But the thing is, like, we have been getting some weird shipments. Like, we got some beach towels, we got some like weird like brands that we've never even had before. Basically what me and my mom call it, we're starting to get all of these swap meet stuff. So I'm guessing they kind of thought they could that they're being profitable. This is through my eye. I'm not gonna say that's the case. The liquidation company saw how profitable the stores were, especially with these like closing and like going out of business sales. Buying a lot of cheap products so they could make more of a profit. And they're not going to pay us out for our vacation hours. What else have you guys missed? It's just been a lot. And then apparently we hired homeless people to hold these signs around like the mall, basically telling everyone like, hey, this is going out of business. I think they're homeless. Oh my god, I'm gonna get so much shit for this. We literally have towels, kids blankets, kids towels, lunch bags, cups, kids blankets, many more towels, baby towels. Let's see what else. Teddy bears, fanny packs. Oh, kids underwear. Then we have the boys. What else? Yeah. This is a cheap brand. Don't know what the hell that is. I think these are pajama pants. I mean, we've always had those kind of looks, but not the cheap ones like that. And just, it's a lot. Men's shirts. So I just got a call. Oh my god. I just noticed that the poster for all of our goals and all that stuff is down. And okay, this is sad. So today is actually my last day here. I got a call from my manager, basically like asking me like, hey, like I was just wondering if you're planning on staying all the way till the end. You know, there's other assistant ASLs, assistant store managers, that, you know, like their store ended up closing early and they're looking into transferring. She's like, if you like, I just want to know if you're planning to stay all the way till the end and all that stuff. And I'm actually super happy that she called me, because I was stressing out over how I was going to balance 3 jobs next week and my school. So I was like, you know what, like if it's going to benefit someone else way more than it's going to benefit me, I'd rather someone that doesn't have a job yet keep their job and get transferred and still get their hours, because I'm not going to hog up a position when I know I'm only going to be working like 1 day out of the week if I'm available. So I'm happy that's going to go to someone else that really needs it, and they need that job way more than I do. And yeah, today's basically my last day here. This is sad. I kind of feel like crying.